Welcome to DBL. It is day 5 of the war in Israel, and the military there ramped up airstrikes against targets in Gaza as Israeli troops are gathering in large numbers along the border. Yesterday, President Biden addressed the nation, condemning the attack by Hamas and pledging support, saying, quote, "We stand with Israel." Meantime, some of the atrocities from this weekend's attacks by Hamas are coming to light. Children brutally murdered. Women raped and taken away. Families are still awaiting word on their loved ones who've been taken hostage. So for more on this, we are joined by an I-24 News correspondent who's currently in Israel in a bomb shelter while on maternity leave with a 3-month-old baby girl. Imagine that. Please welcome Natasha Kirtchuk. Natasha, thank you so much for being here. Our prayers are with you.
Natasha, first off, we just really want to ask you how you are doing with everything that's going on. You have the floor.
You know, it's funny. That's what we keep on asking each other. How are you doing every time you pick up the phone and you speak to your friend? How's it going? That, natural reaction to say good, it does not apply here. We are living in a nightmare. This is an absolute nightmare. As I speak, you're probably going to keep on hearing buzzing from my phone because I'm getting notifications of rockets that are consistently being fired into Israel, into southern Israel, into northern Israel, into central Israel, into Tel Aviv, where I live. We have been living this nightmare since Saturday morning. Saturday, I woke up to horrifying images of Hamas terrorists on the back of pickup trucks that had infiltrated Israeli communities around the Gaza Strip. The images that I started receiving as a journalist, I said, there's no way that this is real. I couldn't believe it. It just seemed too far-fetched because everything was so barbaric that I was receiving. And then we understood that this was real. My husband got called into reserves. He's been in reserves. He's a Special Forces paratrooper. And he's been in reserve since Saturday, basically extracting the dead bodies of innocent Israeli civilians. And I'm talking women, elderly, children, babies. He came home last night for a couple of hours, and he told me that he had witnessed with his own eyes babies that had been beheaded, decapitated, people with their hands chopped off. This is real. This is what's happening here right now, and we're all scared to death. And it seems that the only thing that I can do right now from where I am, because I'm on maternity leave, I'm not in the studio, is just share video after video after video on social media of what is happening to us. And it's unbelievable to me that you see people responding by saying it's propaganda, it's fake, or they're trying to justify this because of the ongoing Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Hamas is the equivalent of ISIS. Yeah. They've been savagely murdering and massacring Israeli civilians.
Thank you for being with us, and we hope to amplify your message as well. It's really important that people have an understanding of what's really happening. The attack by Hamas over the weekend came as a huge shock. How are Israelis feeling about it?
Okay, so this is a message that I feel that is so important for me to send because, especially in the United States, not all of us are related to somebody who served in the U.S. military. Here in Israel, that is not the case. At the age of 18, it is obligatory to go into the military to defend this country. It's called the Israeli Defense Forces. We're talking about almost every single family in this country having multiple generations of family members who have served in the military because they are obligated to do so. They do not have an option. The only people who are exempt are Arab Israeli civilians. Of course, there are many who choose to also serve. So what that essentially means is that, people abroad might be looking at the situation as, there's this many IDF soldiers who have been killed versus this many civilians. Well, every single person in this country has served in the army, women and male, almost every single person. So what that means is that right now, you're seeing 360,000 reservists being called up to fight. These are the children of the nation of Israel. These are the children of every family. My husband is in reserves. My father-in-law is in reserves. My baby cousins are in reserves. I have a 19-year-old cousin who's on the border of Gaza right now fighting terrorists. I have a 21-year-old cousin who is on the border right now of Lebanon, fighting infiltrations. There's now rocket fire from Hezbollah. Oh, you want to call it an IDF soldier, or I'm not saying you guys, but, you know, these distinguishments that are made in the media. These are the civilians. These are the children of this country.
As you mentioned, sorry, it's very hard to listen to. You're a new mom. You're a new Ima. Congratulations, Mazel Tov. With everything going on, how are you feeling about raising a baby girl in this world?
I was already scared when I found out that I was pregnant with a daughter. You know, I'm new at this. I'm new. I'm new at being a mother. And now I'm in a bomb shelter with a 3-month-old. My husband is not here. And I want to protect her, but I'm not going to leave here without him either. So when I see these images of the mass rapes, which I'm sorry I failed to mention, the mass rapes of youth in a party, in a nature party in the South, you don't understand the videos that I'm receiving. I can't even share them on social media because I don't want people to have to go through the experience of seeing what I'm seeing. I share what I can. I have videos of women that have been raped and burnt to death, actual videos of this. I have videos of women being paraded naked through the streets of the Gaza Strip. I have no words for what this is. I have to bring up a daughter in this world. Yeah. I don't know what to say about it. I just, I hope that my child's not going to be scarred just from the somber, the stress of what is happening around us. All you hear is stories of, I know this person who died, you know, my husband's down in reserves right now. I don't know what's going to happen. There's just a sense of overwhelming fear here.
Wow. Well, just, you know, I stand with Israel as we all do. Much love to you.
Natasha, thank you so much for joining us. You are so courageous. Our thoughts and prayers are with you and the people of Israel and all the innocent victims of this war. DBL Nation, if you want and are able, you can help donate to help the frontline emergency medical services there. Just scan this QR code. It will bring you to a site where you can donate. You can also follow Natasha on Instagram at Natasha Raquel. Natasha, we are with you, okay?
Can I say one last thing, or are we out of time?
No, please.
I just want to say that if you are watching what is happening in the Middle East right now, in Israel and the Palestinian territories, and you believe that Hamas is acting in the name of Palestinian resistance and is acting as freedom fighters, you are sorely mistaken. Yes. Iran is funding Hamas. Hamas is an Iranian-funded terror organization, just like ISIS, with one goal, and that is to annihilate the state of Israel, to annihilate the Jewish people and replace it with a fundamentalist Islamic state. That is who we are fighting up against right now, and there is nothing that justifies what is being done to innocent civilians. Amen. So if you're watching this from abroad, how dare you, and I'm telling you, how dare you try to justify this?
You're right. You're absolutely right, and we have been sticking to that narrative on this show. So we appreciate you. We are with you. We'll be right back. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.